Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah, we got it.
New 52 booklet.
Somebody clip this one.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Comics League. I'm Jared, and today we are discussing what is quite possibly one of the coolest additions to Superman's lore ever, the Warworld Saga by Philip Kennedy Johnson, Daniel Sampere, and Riccardo Federici. Now, as you guys know, one of my complaints for many years when it comes to Superman storytelling is that it's the same story over and over and over again. Now, cut to me reading the Warworld Saga for the first time. All right, so this is like one of the most original. Here's the interesting thing about this book. I call it modern golden age storytelling. So we're getting back to one of the reasons why I love the new 52 Superman is that it was pretty much golden age Superman, but told in a modern era. This is pretty much that. Now, what do I mean by that? And that gets to my number one. Well, actually, the number one is that it's back to the golden age roots. And first, as you guys have, as Britt and I have said on Super Wonder Legacy, many times, golden age Superman was like the champion of the oppressed, and that's what this guy is. Warworld Superman just rolls in because he gets word that like Mongul has enslaved people on Warworld, and he's like, people are dying, I don't have time to wait for the justice bureaucracy, so he grabs the authority and they go to liberate Warworld. Now, it's not as simple as it appears, and I'll get into more of that later, but this also gets into the champion of hope. People throughout the story, you see like a progression of the character of the Warworld slaves, and they start to like believe in Superman. Then you get to the art. Well, a lot of artists contribute to this, but the people that I really want to highlight are Daniel Sampere, which, for those of you that know me, know I have been reading the Tom King Wonder Woman book. And one of the parts that, okay, pretty much everyone agrees on, whether or not you like the Tom King run or hate the Tom King run, is that Sampere's art is freaking perb. It's like he would go on from this to do a Dark Crisis and still completely kill it. Like completely nail it in what he does, and he gets that bombastic, like gods amongst mortals view of DC, and that's why I think he draws DC characters so well, and why I love all of his DC work, like really. And then with Federici's art, it's very reminiscent of, when you think about it, what this story is kind of applying Superman to. Conan the Barbarian or He-Man and that type of story, the sword and sandal story. That's pretty much what this is. And the way that the art captures that is superb. And you know what? This deserves all the praise it gets. Number 3, no Forcing Lois. Now, yes, she shows up in the beginning and she plays a role, even though it's a role that I'm like, so she's gonna save her. But the thing about it is, this story could have easily found out a way. Oh, Lois stows away on board the ship, and now she's coming with them. That's happened before in DC storytelling. And now she's going to fight on Warworld with Clark. They could have easily resorted to some contrived BS like that, but Kenny Johnson didn't. Thank you, brother. And finally, my fourth point is that Mongul this Mongul is kind of sympathetic in that there's plenty of issues that go into like his like story, and you learn like his backstory and what he like went through, kind of like Thanos in a way, and what really forged him into the warrior he is today. And it's really, really cool stuff. And then also as part of Warworld is that we see like we at least according at least what's included in this trade, it's more like an omnibus, but I'm calling it a trade, is the Future State book, because remember the Warworld Saga was set up in Future State where Clark is like fighting as a gladiator in Warworld. So it's pretty much this. But I freaking love this storyline. Again, it's one of the most original pieces of Superman lore ever put in here. And I'm just going to say this, Philip Kennedy Johnson, well done, sir. Well done indeed. So that's where I'm going to leave it. What do you guys think of Warworld? Did I convince you to read it? If you haven't, please read it. It is awesome. And consider becoming a member, because if you become a member, you get these videos a day early. You get access to a members-only live stream, which should be coming up this weekend, as a matter of fact. And you guys get access to, like, me on DMs and stuff, whatever you want to do. So, stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs with General Zod. Zoe is the Max about for life. I'll see you later.